reach.
Brawlers are a nightmare. You've got to be strong and fit. Use that long reach, use that long jab. Do it that way, you'll be safe all night.
It's Floyd Patterson, a man that needs no introduction. He started his career as an Olympic gold medalist, and look at him now. He is the former heavyweight champion of the world. Deontay Wilder, he is the Bronze Bomber. Only 216 pounds, but one of the biggest hitters in heavyweight history.
Just take note, look at the reach, look how much they're giving away.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner,
from Brooklyn, New York, here is the Olympic gold medalist and the two-time heavyweight champion of the world and truly one of the all-time greats, introducing Floyd Patterson.
fighting out of the blue corner, an Olympic bronze medalist from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a hard-hitting, sensational knockout artist, and a WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And a nice left hook. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
These punches coming from every angle. When are we going to see a jab from these two? If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Jab to the body. Haven't seen a lot of those. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
Oh, this is a slugger right here in front of us. You know, these kind of fighters, they want to get hit in the face. Jeez, them on. They want to stand there and fight in the trenches.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Relax now. You've been coasting for this entire fight.
Him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
I want you to go back out there, take his confidence away. Go out in the first minute.
On to the second round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
I've done that before. Use your reach, use your speed. Frustrate the opponent. Make them make a mistake.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That jab doesn't find a home. Just missed with that jab. How about that time counter shot? You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. You'd like to see more jabs. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Deontay Wilder just got clipped. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Timing beats speed, speed beats power. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. They threw the hook. It didn't land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're gonna get it. Kitchen sink.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Stay focused.
I'm back on the job. That was a god-awful round, that was. Come on.
Smart. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already.
It's not even in your league. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and put him back in his place. You've done all that work in camp. You gotta get out there and switch.
Up, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the
the job. That was a god-awful round, I tell you. Now, come on.
dude. Good work. Good work out there. The jab's working nice.
Even in the same league as him. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get...
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Let's do it.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They both want a knockout, you can tell. That hook just can't find the target. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Get your hands up. Don't take another shot.
Just missing with the uppercut. Just missed with that hook. A very competitive round here so far.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both men step back for just a moment. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Can't find a home with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
So like that round, good round, you feel good? You were thinking,
Don't care. Go out there and win the next one. Yeah? Good.
good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense.
Smart when you go out there. Just take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stepping about, all right? Good. Get your mind back on the job. It was a god-awful round.
Don't let him back into the fight. Great round. Relax now.
Another fight. You're not even in the same league as him. Come on,
So, when you'll take him out, he's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
come on. You're switching up. You got complacent.
Just ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
That's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so we can't figure you out.
Here we go to the fourth round. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Let's see if he can go to the body. You'd like to see more jabs. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
This can be so frustrating when you're with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Can't land that jab. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Great round, great round. Now relax. Relax now. I don't want you to
Your jab, and then start gathering your pace and get your momentum back. And
when you'll take him out, he's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
You've done all that work in camp. You gotta get out there and switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Time for the 5th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he slows you down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there, because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
I'll give him in. Go back out there and win this round, all right?
What you doing? The gap's full of pair. Good work out there. The job's working now.
All the way through camp, and now you're going to go back out there and lose the match? You got to get out there, switch on, and get your boxing back together. You're switching off.
Holding up, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. You don't want to trade shots. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through them?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
His stamina is off the charts. You'd like to see more jabs. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I say they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Back into the fight.
Great work, great work. I love that. I love that. The jab's slick.
Hey, come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Get down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't.
You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and put him back in his place.
You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it.
Round 7, here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Nobody home with that hook. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when it gets you.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So close with that uppercut. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
That jab won't score. That left hook misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Come on, you let him back into the fight.
Nice round, good round. I like that, I'm happy. Good man, good man.
Hey, come on, switch up. Get your boxing back together.
Come through there. Relax now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking.
You got to go back out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it. You need to go back out there, and you need to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus.
Ride this out. Go out there and finish him. Just keep
Shots up. Don't get him anything.
And we enter the 8th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
That's it.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. You'd like to see more jabs. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. Is he going to punch himself out, though? work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That left hook misses. Nice exchange here from both men. It's all off. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Use this fight, do you? Come on. You let him back in. You're better than that.
What you're doing, the gap's full up there. Stay focused. Don't let him...
And we enter the ninth. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
That hook doesn't score. That jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Missing with the hook. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Missing with the hook. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Oh, that got Patterson off kilter. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Listen, you're smart when you go out there. Just take a round off and win the round on your job.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? You were thinking,
Get your mind back on the job. It was a god-awful round.
good work. Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense.
You're not even in the same league as him. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there and win the round.
This is the 10th. How about that time counter shot? Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first, blood. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. No rest for the weary. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And Patterson couldn't take any more. As you know, in boxing, the judging can go all over the place, and that's kind of what we got here, a split decision victory.
A split decision? How one-sided does it have to be? A split decision? Who's doing this job? Todd, tell me, come on, talk to me now. That is not a split decision. Ridiculous.